makes me feel safe? Well, I remember when I was little, I was completely terrified of the dark, like just absolutely terrified. And in my old house, we had this huge basement downstairs, and my parents would always make me go downstairs and get stuff from it. And well, the lights, like it'll turn on, but then when it turns off, it'll go in ticks. So I would always grab whatever I had, turn off the light, and then try to run way out of the basement before all the lights came off, because I just started freaking out. It was dark, man. But it was that light at the top of the stairs I've been running up to all the time. I think that's really what made me feel safe. But we had a door at the top of the staircase, and I ran face first into that door like, multiple times.
Alright, so what makes me feel safe? As a child, I always felt safe at home. I remember one day, me and my friends, we were ding-dong ditching all our neighbors, and we got to this one house. It was pretty far from my own house, and we rang the doorbell, took off, and the dad comes out and starts chasing us, and we ran around the whole neighborhood, and I didn't feel safe until I just jumped into my backyard, because we had a fence back then. So I opened the fence, jumped in, and I immediately felt safe. So home is definitely where I feel safe.
My older sister makes me feel safe. As a young child, I remember being in bed at night and being scared of anything in the dark. And what would make me feel better was knowing that my sister was in the room with me, and I would go and sleep in her bed, and she would hold my hand. And anytime I was scared, I would just squeeze her hand, and she'd squeeze it back, and that just would let me know that I was.
When I was a little kid, I was scared of the dark. So a few times I had to go downstairs because I was really thirsty. I would take my blanket and wrap it around me, and I always felt like there was this safe, like, supernatural force field protecting me from the evils that lurk in the dark. And that's when I feel safe.
What makes me feel safe? I remember I had this little blankie when I was little. It was white and it had like hearts and little bears on it. And I wouldn't let my mom watch it because I loved it so much. And it was called Mud Toy, which means stinky blanket. And every night I would sleep with it. I felt like if I put it over me, it would protect me from thunderstorms, the dark, from the ghosts in my closet. So my blanket is what made me feel safe.
Well, what makes me feel safe is a lot of certain people, like family, like my mom, dad, and certain friends, because mainly they're just really able to look out for you, and you don't really have to worry about just anything really, especially when you're a child. You don't really want to worry about anything.
What basically makes me feel safe, like since I was a child even until now, was just basically being held in someone's arms. So like even until like I was 7, I was always being carried around by my family and stuff. The moment where I felt like most afraid for my life was basically the time I got lost at Universal Studio. I was just bawling because like I lost my mom, I couldn't find anyone, I just wanted to be held. I was just kind of crying in front of these 2 Asian ladies. And then like all of a sudden I see my mom, and then I run to her, and then she's hugging me, and I stopped crying, and like I felt like so safe in her arms. Basically just having someone hold on to me is what makes me feel most safe.
My pillowcase makes me safe. It says, "There's no time to be sick, it's the weekend." And it has a picture of a rhino in his bed. And I think that every single day at night, whenever I'm done with everything, I would be back in my bed sleeping, and that makes me feel safe because I gone through everything, and I'm okay with it.